style like ceramic tiles that were small, with a bunch of various different animals and fruits on them, which is the callback to that first chamber of where they found the stone.
You had to put them in order.
Yeah, of like I swear it was something like apple, scorpion, camel, mango, and Felix is obviously the one that found it. Put it in the right order, and the top right corner of the wall completely shifted. So like the entire wall itself was kind of like a door without a knob, and the whole thing shifted into what was the big battle map, which was like their kind of headquarters, like their base of operations. They had like a little campfire. One of them had like one of those like couches that you find. No, not even a couch, a chair, I think it was. One of those, like, big lounge chairs, like lazy boys that you find on the side of the road that's, like, 2 decades old and ripped and torn. It's not leather. Which, that was a really fun fight. It was 4 total gnolls, just because, we do have a paladin wearing heavy armor, a cleric wearing heavy armor, and with a +1 shield. At level 4, that is just a cesspool of you're going to miss a lot of attacks if you're rolling to hit a lot.
Yeah,
so I added some variety to the gnolls. I gave one of them a bit of like a great old one warlock kind of vibe with his spell casting, and I made another one, an arcane archer, fighter arcane archer, which was really cool because first of all that unlocks a lot of range in the first place, and second of all the different varieties of shots.
Yes.
So that was just fun. It was just like a medium difficulty, so like last week when we fought the Vile one, that was like it was the end of a story arc.
Yeah,
so
it
was
intense.
At level 3, that was an hour and a half long fight.
I still can't believe that.
Yeah.
We were getting to that point with our level 11 Hailmere combat's fine, where it's like, alright, we're breaking an hour now, like, we better, like...
Yeah, well,
we were starting to dedicate full sessions just
to fight
battles, because that's how long they
that we would cut the session prior to combat short, and then just do a session of combat, like Auric.
Because you knew it was going to be an hour and a half, so you had that last, like, however long.
Yeah.
Just, alright, wind down social time.
I mean, even Navir... Navir was a prior BBEG in our Icewind Dale campaign. He was a necromancer. He was a good 2.5, 3 hour long fight because I gave him a bunch of, as a necromancer, I gave him a lot of Dr. Frankenstein type vibes. So he had a flesh golem in there with him. Which that mini...
That thing was massive.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest, other than the Fire Giant minis and Tiamat, I think that Flesh Golem is my largest mini. That thing is just massive. But yeah, we just fought him. Like I said, it was a one-shot, so it's not that the combat was underwhelming. It was, first of all, let's just have a medium encounter, because we didn't have Karos.
Yeah.
So it was just a medium-based encounter with some gnolls that were kind of tweaked. And for some reason at the very end, it was like, shit, what's the resolution here? My mind always just goes to Christmas, so I said, yay, the gnolls are dead and we can all have a Merry Christmas. I don't know why. I guess it took place in December.
And that's... What's funny about that is this modern game started with us rescuing Santa.
Yeah.
And now you just rescued Christmas again.
Yeah.
So in game, like, you just saw a whole year go by without even knowing it.
Yeah, which again, the whole Santa thing the first time around,
that was
completely
such a
improvised, made up on the spot.
I was going through some stuff, and it's, hey, I need to get out of here. I don't care if it's D&D, whatnot. And he's like, well, one shot.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I had nothing prepared because I just drove here, picked you up. Let's go to my house and play some D&D. So we were in like Detroit.
Yep, it was Detroit.
Yeah, the name of the bar we were in was the Blue Cup because there was a blue plastic cup sitting on the table.
So just looking up at your players, you're like, "What's the name of my Blue Cup?" Got it. Yeah, you're at the Blue Cup.
This was totally planned.
It happens to be right next to the red Solo cup.
It's very convenient, and honestly, I do think that is it for our session. There wasn't anything too crazy, but it was like I said, it was a one shot. We didn't want to do too much with you not being there.
Yeah.
And I think now we can get to the big updates, the big news, the big changes that are coming.
Do you want to take that charge or should I?
Sure, because I have a bunch of the straw poll on me.
I want to say you probably have a better idea of what's going on,
sure.
and I can finalize.
Yeah, so via your guys' votes, we heard you loud and clear. First of all, for those who don't know, could be new to the channel and whatnot. We're level 4 and we're running a modern D&D campaign. About 10 days ago or so now, we threw a poll up, which was, what do you guys actually want to see? What D&D do you want? There was even
not even what do you want to see Battle Buddies play? As a whole, very general statement. What do you guys want to see?
Yeah, not just Dom and I. Us as a table. What piques your guys' interest? Yeah. Which there was even an option for module, because
we have plenty of them.
Yeah, and COS is real popular and real good. I love COS.
I need to play through it, honestly.
But however, module got a big ol' 0, big ol' goose egg for murder hoboing. Based an entire campaign on murder hoboing. Everyone's chaotic neutral.
Oh, God.
The other two options, which we had in mind, was modern. So, just have
keeping this going.
Yeah, have us just continue what we're doing. Same PC, same everything, which we're still going to do. However, there was a total of 41 votes. Something like that.
Across all results.
Yeah, and a rather overwhelming, nearly 30 went to Ravnica. Very quickly, too.
We only had that up for 2.5 days, 3 days?
Yeah. Within the first few hours, it was heavily leaning towards modern, but then as 48 hours went past, it was just modern is getting blown out of the water. We're switching to Ravnica.
Yep.
Which, the big reason, the big deal, which is, I'm going to turn it over to you here shortly. Obviously, that's big news. That's a big change in the first place.
No more modern.
Yeah, turning what is our modern campaign into... Ravnica's so much fun. Good. We've barely played it. A year ago, we did 6 sessions just to try it out.
Yeah, I bought the book. We were just finishing up the Rick and Morty campaign, which I DM'd, so it was kind of a chance to keep those characters going for just a little bit longer.